Hello and welcome back to Makeshift Minis. Today I'm going to be making a Xorn and then give slapchop painting a go. Slapchop is the most recent name for an old painting technique. It's also been called underpainting or grisaille. To keep things light and cut down on cure time, I use aluminum foil to make the base of the body. After making divots in the foil ball, I use hot glue to attach the eyes. The Xorn is a very strange creature with 3 eyes, 3 arms, 3 legs, and 3 jaws. To make the jaws, I fold a triangle of foil. It takes a bit for me to get the piece the right size, but once I do, I glue it in place. To make the base for the legs, I put wires into the bottom of the body. Once the wire is firmly seated, I trim it to length. To make the legs thick and stocky, I glue a piece of foil to the wire and then wrap it around. After shaping it the way I want, I start on the next leg. Using some scrap wire, I make the arms. Once I get them in a pose I like, I glue them in place. I use a bit of wire to make fingers wrapping around a piece of cork. Once I glue it down, the Xorn's now holding rocks that it's going to eat. With the frame finished, I cover the mini in a layer of porcelain clay. This gives it a more organic texture and reinforces any delicate areas. After the first layer cures, I start adding finer details. Silicone sculpting tools are useful for precise work, like shaping the eyelids. To make the base, I glue down shredded pieces of cork. When applying the glue, I'm very careful not to glue down the Xorn. The undercoating method needs a base layer of black, but I don't have primer in that color, so I get to work painting the mini. Using a large brush, I dry brush on a medium gray. It probably would have been easier using a smaller brush to get some of the areas like behind the arms. Dry brushing on white makes the mini look rather interesting, and I might make something later and leave it like this. Since I don't have any contrast paints, I'll have to make my own glazes. I mix lime green and white to get a pale green and then thin it out in a 2:1 ratio with water. I get good coverage with the glaze after I put on 2 coats. After thinning out yellow paint, I put glaze on each of the Xorn's 3 eyes. I probably should have chosen a different color given how similar it is to the Xorn's skin. I paint the inside of the mouth with a bright red glaze. Maneuvering around all the rocks in the Xorn's mouth is a bit tricky, but I can't complain with the results. Using the same red as the inside of the mouth, I add a glaze around the Xorn's eye. This really helps define the eye from the rest of the body. After finishing the mini, I get to work on the base. I start with a black coat, making sure to get between all of the rocks. Once the black dries, I dry brush on gray like I did with the mini. The last part of the undercoat is to dry brush the base white. Painting the base is fairly simple. All I do is apply a few thin coats of brown. With everything done, I glue the mini to the base, and then it's on to the glamour shots. Making the Xorn was an interesting experience. The sculpting wasn't very different than usual, however, the painting was. Slaptop, underpainting, grisaille, whatever you want to call it, it is a useful technique, but I don't think it can be applied to everything. Anything that's Technicolor, such as ice or feathers, really could provide quite a few issues. That being said, it's always nice to have another tool under my belt. Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Take care, be well, and until next time.